Good afternoon. How are you guys doing today? My name is Frankie, and I'm here to tell you guys, or I'm here to convince you guys, that high schools should be teaching trades. Now, when I was younger, I believe that I only had two choices. Option number one was to be a couple of $1,000s in debt, give or take $1,000, or be homeless. Now, naturally, none of us want to be homeless, so we definitely pick the debt side. There is a third option though. We can't go ahead and pick up a trade. There are a bunch of trade schools that teach you a trade. For example, the college that we are all in, or the college that you're teaching in, or Georgetown Technical College. They definitely teach some trades. However, it's my belief that there is a fourth option, and that option is teaching trades in high school. Now, starting off, the first thing that I want to say is that learning a trade is learning a skill. What this means is that you can trade, see what I did there? You can trade your skill for money. So let's say you're an electrician. You can go ahead and give your services as an electrician for some money. You're giving your time for some money. Um, Now, what this means is that right after high school, let's say you already learned the trade, you can begin to make money. Now, everybody loves to hear that. This is amazing because that means that, well, in the situation where you're not going to college and you're starting immediately with your trade, you do not have to worry about college debt naturally because you're not going to college. If you so choose to, that is totally fine. I'm just saying that there should be trades in high school. What this means, though, is that you're already ahead of most college students because you are already making money. Now, the second thing that I want to point out is that there is always a demand for a tradesman, especially for a tradesman that does their job right. Hopefully, you're the type of tradesman that does your job right. Now, if high schools go ahead and teach tradesmen or if high schools go ahead and teach their students trades to the best of their ability, this would mean that a student could go directly into trades and know what they're doing. Now, essentially, what this means is, well, students, if you're doing a good enough job, you can go ahead and name your prices. You can name your prices regardless, but I'm sure that many of you have noticed that most people charge a lot of money for the services that they can offer. Now, this isn't so good for the consumer or the person that is buying the services, but this is amazing for the tradesman. You can name your price depending on your area, depending on the demand, or depending on what other people offering the same service are offering. Now, you can go ahead and you can charge something crazy, or you can go ahead and talk to me, and I can get you to lower your prices by a little bit. But that is not very likely. Now, the most important part about this is that you can manage yourself. Now, you're technically your own boss because you decide the hours that you work. You decide the hours that you lunch. You decide all of your time. Your schedule is yours to morph in any way that you want it to, or in a way that the clients can work with. It just depends on the situation. Now, what this also means, because it is a double-edged sword, it also means that you will be in charge of your business expenses like tools, travel, just small things like that. So it definitely is a double-edged sword, but you are your own boss, which definitely works out. Now, the last and most important point is that there is a need now more than ever for tradesmen or people that teach trades or people that are in trades. Now, teaching trades to high school means that we are going ahead and we are making that demand, or we are shortening that demand. So, for the past couple of years, for a lot of years now, I want to say about decades, but last thing I want to do is push a little too much. Many students are being pushed to going directly into college after school. For example, like I said earlier, you go to college and you are a couple $1,000s in debt, give or take $1,000, or you're homeless. Those were the two options that I was given as I was younger, and I'm pretty sure that it will be the same for a lot of other people. Now, what this means is that there are a lot of spaces open for people to become tradesmen, all right? Now, what this means is that there's a lot of opportunity, and where there's opportunity, there is growth, space for you to grow financially. Now, what this also means is that there is job security. Because there aren't that many tradesmen around, if you offer a service that not many other people offer, then you are more likely to succeed or make a lot more money as a tradesman. Learning trades in high school can go ahead and help out with that. So, what have we learned? The first thing that we learned was that we are ahead of the competition already. Naturally, a college student that has just gotten out of college, they will be a couple $1,000s in debt, while if you are a tradesman directly out of high school, you have already made the thousands of dollars that person, you have hopefully made the thousands of dollars that that person has lost. Number two, you work for yourself. All right, you're your own boss. You decide your own schedule. You decide what expenses are necessary for you to succeed in your trade. And on top of that, you have job security. You never have to worry about going out of work. You can go ahead and you're basically sanctioned. But guys, thank you so much for stopping by my TED Talk. I definitely hope that you guys have at least thought about it. Teaching trades in high schools will only be beneficial to both the students and the country as a whole. You guys have a good one.